to today.yougov.com, 75% of Americans do not know a second language, according to an article they wrote in 2013. Surprisingly, I found that most Americans do not know that the United States does not have an official language. And in fact, the top three most spoken languages are English, Spanish, and Chinese, according to bilingualkidspot.com. From their article, 10 most spoken languages in the USA that was written in 2019. So how many of you all have been told if you are bilingual, especially if you speak Spanish, it'll help you to get a job? And how many of you have actually heeded that advice and taken an attempt to learn a second language? Well, today I hope that you are able to learn the process of learning a language is not as nearly as daunting or as difficult as it is made out to be. I believe I am able to stand up in front of all of you here today and inform you on this topic due to the fact that I can speak nearly 3 languages. I can obviously speak English. I also speak French, and I am teaching myself Spanish. Today I hope to inform you on the vast benefits of a society that teaches more than one language. So first, I will discuss how to motivate yourself through learning First, I will discuss how you can motivate yourself to maintain a passion for learning that language you've always wanted to learn. And then I will talk about the overall benefits of being bilingual or even multilingual if you want. And lastly, I will go over the different ways you can learn another language and the various resources available to you. Now, even though I'm nearly trilingual, I used to be in the same place all of you are right now, which is you're stressed out because you're thinking, how can I learn a second language when I'm still struggling to struggling to speak my native language? But fear not, because learning another language can actually be quite fun and exciting. The most important, probably the hardest aspect of learning another language is to have the motivation to keep learning even when it gets frustrating. According to fluentin3months.com, one of the most effective things you can do is integrate your chosen language into as many aspects of your life as possible, which was written in 2019. For example, you can watch shows and movies in your chosen language. You can also cook food in the country or the country that speaks your chosen language. And another thing you can do to motivate yourself is to find people or things in your life that you care a lot about that speak your chosen language. Personally, I have family members who speak Spanish, and because showing emotion is not one of my strengths, I'm learning Spanish to show that I truly love and care about them. And now that I've gone over what you can do to stay motivated, let's move on to understanding just how beneficial it can be to learn another language. Not only can learning another language be potentially exciting and fulfilling, it can also help you in both your professional and personal life. According to leadwithlanguages.com, the many cognitive benefits of learning languages are undeniable. People who speak more than one language have improved memory, problem solving, multitasking, critical thinking skills, and listening skills. And that's according to an article called The 10 Benefits of Learning a Second Language, also published in 2019. Leadwithlanguages.com also states that the learning another language is among the top 8 skills that are required of all occupations. In fact, between 2015 and 2015, the number of U.S. job postings specifically geared toward bilingual candidates more than doubled. And that's from the same article. So now that you know just how much being able to learn a second language can benefit you, it's time to get to the more fun aspects of learning a new language. Now I'll go through all the resources you can utilize to learn your chosen language and also retain vocabulary over time, including some of my personal favorites. Another very important aspect of learning a language is to have effective resources available to you. And plus, it's important to figure out how you learn best and focus on that. Some of my personal favorites when it comes to good resources are Netflix, Duolingo, and also YouTube. The thing is that Duolingo teaches an extremely basic and surface level of languages, but it does help make the language learning process feel a lot less immense and daunting. And the app also is fantastic for some basic vocab review every now and again. I also seriously personally enjoy listening to music, and I've spent hours like going through YouTube just trying to find music in French and Spanish. For figuring out how you learn best, one thing to ask yourself is when I'm able to remember information easily, how did I originally learn that information? For me, I know that because of how my brain works or how I process information, I see patterns in everything, so I've worked hard to remind myself that languages are just massive patterns when I get overwhelmed. I also use music to help me understand and memorize vocabulary from different languages and different contexts. And the lyrics tend to be extremely repetitive, so it helps me remember what words mean. So now that I've taught you how you can learn another language, and the benefits of becoming bilingual, I hope you gained a positive and more curious perspective when it comes to the extremely vast world of language learning. So first, I discussed how you can motivate yourself to maintain a passion for learning the language that you've always wanted to learn. Then I talked about the overall benefits of being bilingual or even multilingual. Lastly, I revealed all the different ways you can learn another language using the various resources available to you. Today, I hope I helped you to understand the incredible benefits of a society that teaches more than one language. J'espère que aimez mon discours. Muchas gracias. Until next time.